Welcome back. We are ready with the third game here between SK and Luminosity. And the fact that we're even saying that is a bit of a surprise because SK did not have a lot to answer with on Overpass. But then on Mirage, they came back after a pretty bad first half. And they made up for it on the second half. Ended up winning 16-10. And now we're going to be on Train, which I think is still a very good map for Luminosity. But, I mean, that certainly still puts a bit of a doubt in your mind, doesn't it?
Still feels like right now, SK are showing us that they have a whole lot more to offer than what we expected of them in this at the beginning of this best of three. You know, we all kind of clearly went with Luminosity, expecting them to be able to crush through this, you know, have a fairly easy 2-0 on their hands, and instead it shows, you know, it shows that you can never really underestimate teams right now, especially once you start getting closer to the top. I mean, SK showing that they have a whole lot more fight than what was expected of them initially. So already, we're going to go straight into the pistol round here, so no time wasted at all. And SK Gaming are going to get to start on the CT side. Luminosity, well, they struggled on their T side on Mirage. We're going to have to see if they can show us a little bit more here on their T side of Train.
Oh, I don't think they're going to stop. I think they're going to pop Flash Asilian, and then they're not just going to not look back, essentially. There comes the Flash, and yeah, they're going to keep going. Asilian in a lot of trouble here. He has to hit headshots. He's doing damage, but that's not enough. They're going to get close with those Glocks. Freeze getting the one kill. Asilian with a nice shot. Needs more, but he can't get it. Cold will take him down. Great aggressive play coming out here from the terrorist side. The bomb goes down, and Magic, he's got the kit with 2 health, and that's a big problem. Again, this is not good. FNX taking down Modi. Pimp out in the open, getting shot at from every which angle. He ends up dropping. It's FNX now with the triple kill, and Magic, what could he do at this point?
Not a whole lot. When you've got 2 HP, and you've been spotted, and then FNX just hunts you down.
Quad kill.
Quad kill for FNX in that round.
So that pop flash is one that Fallen throws, and it obviously works if people are really close on the ramp, but it works if they're down in that corner again. I mean, so immediately Asilian, he knows, all right? And then he just has to fall back. He can't really do a lot. I don't know. I mean, if he had a Molotov, he could have probably put it down to his feet and then hoped to fight them right there. But if he falls back, I mean, it doesn't get any easier.
This works out, though, for SK. They've stacked a site. They have gone for the force buy as well. Fallen will find one, but this is a little bit of a mix, and this could get nasty. They are doing damage, though, Luminosity, and they're just overwhelming them. Pimp is going to, well, with the help of FNX, take out Cold. I guess that HE was a team nade, because Cold took a little bit too much damage there. But Pimp and Modi going to be the last 2 alive here for SK Gaming. Unfortunately for them, it doesn't look like they'll be able to get more out of this round. But SK, they went for the gamble. They gambled A site, and they were right. Luminosity, though, just unstoppable in this round.
Well, it seemed like it. If they could save the MAC-10, it could be useful in the upcoming round. But I think the Scout's going to be a little bit better to be saved here. So Luminosity making it 2-0, but not without a couple of casualties. So we'll see how it turns out. But obviously, the Brazilian side, again, they are not just favorites, as a heavily favored to win this best of 3. So
yeah, I agree. It's kind of hard to argue against that right now, considering the kind of results that Luminosity have been showing us over the past several weeks, you know, end of the year with DreamHack Winter, and they've just kept on, you know, showing that they're a threat not only against, you know, the mid-tier teams, but the top tier as well. Like, this is a team that I would expect to get a tournament under their belt very soon here, not just, you know, keep fading away or, you know, or keep struggling, right? You know, we're just like, oh, they have to keep grinding out, you know, these games. No, I could definitely see them winning something soon. But Fur, yeah, he won a bullet to the face. Freeze was there to deliver.
Asilian in the corner with the USP. Are they going to check it? They will. Good work from Taco. It's a bit dangerous if you don't. Modi up close, takes down one. Bomb being planted. Oh, almost going to be able to punish that second player. Pimp is going to be taking down Cold Zero. Now it's a 2v3. Great grenade. Looks like Freeze almost caught that. Magic, though, with the MAC-10. And it's going to be Pimp with a shot. And SK, they bring it back in the 3rd round. Starting off with a beautiful headshot there and finishing with the defuse in the B-bomb side.
Yeah, 6 shot from Freeze to start off with the headshot. I believe that was on Fur, and then just kind of tombed everybody after that. But again, SK quick to react, quick to close in. Modi holding up close. He put the pressure on them, delayed that bomb plant, but got a kill on FNX. I mean, everything kind of panning out nicely there for SK. In the last round, they made the correct call as far as the A side is concerned, and on this round, they also had the stack going that really allowed for SK to just pick up this big round here. Luminosity are now going to have to go for a force buy in this situation, just putting all their money into it. They have the AWP on Fallen, so they have that going for them. But then the rest of the smokes, the nades, they're a little light. So advantage SK here. The Danes, they really have a big opportunity to shut down this first half here, get a lot of momentum going their way.
Fallen with the angle all the way down the side of the train. Modi's got to be careful if he goes for a peek down there. Good grenade, tags him all the way down to 50 health now. See if they could find an opening. They got 2 people down on Ivy and actually 3 on the side of SK. That's pretty impressive. Freeze trying to see if he can do anything out of the courtyard here as well, but right now Luminosity are being very slow about it. They wish they could find that one opening.
Pretty common spot to take that AWP as well, so no surprise to see Fallen getting naded down. So SK kind of just going through the motions with their HEs, making sure that they put them in spots that are going to get some kind of return. And well, now pressure applied over here at Alley. Smoke goes down to block off one edge. Nice little flash there just to keep FNX honest, but the follow-up smokes, and now Luminosity are doing just a good job of making sure that SK have to stay honest over here on the A site. And Taco through the smoke takes out Modi.
Yeah, you mentioned the word honest. I'm not sure that was what Taco was just doing, but a great kill to start off with. Now we're down to 37 seconds, and they got to go on the Luminosity side. Magic picking up one. Freeze tracking FNX with that AWP, getting the kill. They're trying to get out of Pop Dog with Freeze. Could he do the damage? I think he may have legged someone. Fallen still looking for an opening here. That bomb is, it's just going to go down, but now it's all on Fallen. 1 versus 3, and he goes down to Freeze. What a great round here from the Danish Orper. That's a triple kill, and SK bring it back to 2-2.
It's sick to see Freeze as well hitting these shots. I mean, we were talking about we were touching on it earlier, but he's just got through a major surgery, and he just shows up here. He's actually on crutches, right? Like,
yeah, what's confusing as well, because you said it was hip surgery, but he actually had a problem with his right hand, I think, as well. He's had like some shoulder issue for a while, some elbow issue. So that means he's had a lot of pain playing in general, and I guess he's fixed one issue, but I'm not sure if the other one is still bugging him. Either way, it's no armor and just all pistols here for the terrorist side, and Modi shutting down one early on. Taco with a... Well, actually, he killed himself somehow. Not sure how he accomplished that, but Cold is going to be the last one to go down. Bit of an odd round.
It's pretty straightforward. I mean, Freeze as well, you know, we're talking about it, but I mean, he isn't pulling the trigger. He's just counting them go by. So even if he isn't taking the shot, you know, trying to get the kill, he's communicating that to his mates. They know exactly what's happening.
How did Taco kill himself?
I'm
how did he do
as
that
well
on the train?
Did he even have a Molotov? Usually that's how you see it happen, right? You know, you
but
Molotov
doesn't it have like the icon? I don't know.
It's just the skull and crossbones, right?
I don't know. I'm very confused. Oh, God, grenade coming out here, Asilian. And that's going to give him the kill on Taco. Did a lot of damage to Fallen as well. Molotov on the higher ground as well. This is some heads-up play coming out from Asilian. Magic is going to go down to Fallen, though, so it's a bit of a shame, because otherwise they'd be in a great position right now.
Well, there's a smoke to allow for SK to try and get through here on Connector. Fallen, you can see, preemptively going for it. Freeze is going to find the shot on him, though, somehow.
He landed on the railing to get that shot. That's why he was able to do it. Very well done. 3-on-3, and Luminosity not in great positions, at least not down at the bomb site. There's Cold being caught out. 2 versus 3. FNX and First still left. Oh, grenade landing right in his face, and he's down to half HP. He's going to lose the fight. Comes into it again as FNX. They have one smoke on Freeze, so they can block off an entrance here. FNX, he kind of has to go and take the fight, and he goes down to Freeze, who saves the round again for the SK team, bringing it to 4-2.
Dude, SK right now, where are they coming from? Where did this team come from? They're beasting them, man. There's Luminosity. They're trying to change up the pace, going aggressive here rather than trying to slow play it. Yeah, that was a sick shot by Freeze.
So what you can actually tell is that Fallen is making that flick happen under the assumption that Freeze would go down to sort of the level again, right? But because he lands on the railing right there, the tiny railing, he doesn't actually fall down low enough for Fallen to hit that flick. So that's pretty impressive. It's a tiny detail, but I kind of like it.
No, it is super sick. What's really sick to see is just that SK are able to adapt, and they're all landing the shots. You know, we were talking about SK lacking firepower on overpass. We saw that, you know, well, Mirage, you know, Magic Boy start to wake up a little bit. Everybody's starting to get those headshots, and now on Train, it's just more of the same. Big spray through the smoke, and Asilian's gonna find FNX. 3 rifles left here for Luminosity. They need to get the bomb plant eventually. Cold is gonna find Freeze, but Pip is there for refrag. Fair and Cold, though, pushing forward aggressively. Bring it back to a 2-on-2.
Asilian coming up from behind. Oh, that was the bomb carrier, but Cold somehow lives with 22 health and a triple kill. Modi trying to see if he can get in here. The bomb is going to be planted in that B bomb site, and Modi, he needs to get a quick kill here to equalize. He goes for the spray, does tag up Fur a little bit, but he himself is low, and this is very, very hard to win. He has no idea where the second player is. Gonna have to crawl around here in Luminosity. They're not showing themselves. That's gonna be the win. I don't know how SK lost this round because, honestly, I've been very impressed with the Cillian. He's been playing this B-bomb site very, very well at the moment, so I don't know how they ended up losing after he got the 2 opening frags there. Yeah, he's only got 4 in total, but it's been really high-impact frags in that B-bomb site.
Yeah, it's pretty spread out, actually, over SK Gaming for the frags right now. There isn't really anybody lagging behind. Everybody seems to be chiming in nicely. That was just Luminosity, and that was basically, like Fur going ham, pushing forward aggressively. A lot of the times, I mean, old train, we always used to say this, where, if you get bogged down on the site itself as terrorists, you're just going to get overrun in the end by the CTs. They're going to close in on you, and there's going to be too many crossfires you have to worry about. Really hard situation to hold from. And we see that tendency here in T-side on this new version as well, that they kind of just get the bomb plant and they kind of sit and wait. Interesting to see that Fur decides to change it up and go back to the old style where it's just actually just push into the CTs, take the fight to them, don't let them get anywhere near the site, and throw them off that way. So you can see how effective that is. Fur with a big round.
Look how it's a very, very relaxed hold that they've got on Ivy right now, SK. If Modi's so far back, Magic is actually on the bomb train as well and pimped down all the way up in Sniper, I think. So right now, Luminosity could sneak someone in. Taco's down there. I mean, if he snuck in, it could get interesting. Trade goes through, and it's favoring LG here. Cillian gets the first kill, but can't follow it up.
Yeah, Magic Boy's going to take out Fallen, who's trying to get out of Pop Dog. There's a second man there. That's Cold. Taco jumps forward, takes out the one, catches out the rotator, but it's Freeze who lays him low. And just like that, 2 kills go SK's way. It's going to be FNX now. No, not going to get flashed. Instead, the follow-up is there. He picks up the one onto Freeze. He's going to go hunting the second. Magic Boy is down, but he's only got 20 seconds left. He needs to run back, pick up the bomb as quickly as possible, and get the bomb plant down.
Where is that bomb?
Where is the bomb?
It's up in the white holes. No. The round is lost. On the minimap, it looks like it might have been on the edge there, but he'd have to go up the ladder, down the ladder. Sounds like the beginning of a children's song, but really, it's the recipe for FNX winning the round, but there was just no time for it. And that's going to bring SK to 5-3. I mean, that was a brutal start to the 1v3. If he had another 20 seconds, that'd be it.
Oh, he'd have done it. How frustrating for the bomb to be misplaced. Yeah, sick start. Turns away from the flash as well. Manages to hunt down the second one. I mean, sick play from FNX, and he is pretty much the clutch man for Luminosity. So to see him to see him fail because of the bomb placement, that is so frustrating. And now Luminosity, they're falling back into that old tendency, Anders, which is just, go for the force buy. We saw a lot of this on Mirage, and it didn't really pan out for him. So for them to go back to it here on Train, it just means that Fallen is that much farther away from his AWP, which is not ideal. You really do want to see him with the sniper rifle. Back to default setup here, though, for Luminosity. Not so much presence, a la Na'Vi over in the brown halls.
No, it's true.
But they still have a bit of a focus on the A side, kind of spread out all over the place.
And all these Tech-9s, if they get close enough, I mean, it's not easy because SK, you can tell they're quite far back on the map. And that's good if they want to do this smoke wall execute, because then they can probably get the bomb down. And the Tech-9s, I mean, they're decent enough in the after part. So yeah, right now this position on the CT side favors the terrorist team, unless Pimp is going to somehow put a stick in their wheel. It's going to be a nice refrag there for FNX. That bomb still not being planted. It's making its way out there. Cillian with a cheeky underhand throw for it. It doesn't actually catch anybody. And we're still in a 4v4, 30 seconds left. That bomb plant is finally coming through now. Magic Boy, can he make a difference? He's trying to see if he can make his way out. It's actually Modi and Cillian getting a kill each. FNX with a shot on Modi. It's still down to, well, pretty much down to Taco and FNX.
Oh man, and Taco makes it out. How important is that? Now a 2-on-2. And with that smoke down, they need to figure out where he's coming from. They spot out FNX. FNX decides to take the fight, and he loses it. And Taco not in position to get the refrag. Falls apart as soon as FNX dies there. Taco just not close enough, and he has too much open ground to try and cross to be able to get on this bomb defuse.
Big misplay from FNX, it seemed. He could have probably played that a bit longer.
Slow played it a little bit more, yeah.
Yeah. Even if the guy had a kit, it still would have been too soon.
It's probably that confidence situation where he feels like the last round I messed them up, like they didn't stand a chance. It's just that I'm going to take that fight, right? Take that fight and win it. And well, this time it doesn't pan out for him, so a little frustrating there again. Coming so close to Luminosity, they aren't able to pull it off. But they do get the bomb plant in this situation. So it means that they will eat a round of eco, but Fallen should have his AWP in the next round.
Oh, a nice shot from Pimp. Perfect timing as well as they're running through the fire. Cold with a refrag. Great position up there in sniper by Freeze, although he did get taken down by Fallen. It's going to be a bit annoying, and Fur wants to get up there and maybe take the AWP, but it's not going to happen. It will be 7-3, and LG calling for a pause. Not sure if it's a tactical one yet, but
yeah,
wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it must be their tactical pause, and I like the timing of this tactical pause better as we get blinded by the lights coming back up again.
Isn't that a Funk Star Deluxe song? Did like that Bob Marley remix, you know?
Blinded by the lights.
I'm pretty sure there's one like that. You don't remember? All right. Google it. Google it, everyone.
That's the only one I know.
That's the only Bob Marley song you know?
No, of course not, of course not.
Jesus, I was about to say, we're going back to the hotel right now, something.
Buffalo Soldier.
Yeah. No woman, no cries. Oh, it's all there. It's all there. Good times.
Used to have the box set. Used to listen to that thing on repeat.
That was good.
Way back, way back, way back.
I like it. Well, we're getting slightly off track here.
Yeah, we are. I guess.
I mean, you've got to wonder what the call is right now, because 7-3 is starting to look slightly scary right now. I think it's been, they must have had the intel by now that Asilian is playing very much alone on that ramp early on in the rounds. And I say he's been doing a good job, and I think he has, but they've also traded him a number of times. And if they push quick and trade him fast, then what's the follow-up? They can even get a smoke into the C connector. Like the first time they did the smoke, Freeze was able to jump up on the railing, but actually there's a much better smoke you can throw that sort of prevents Freeze from even going out there. So, I mean, yeah, quick execute onto B, that might be the thing. It's not what they're going to do this round. You can already tell. Taco down at Ivy, and it's gonna be another fairly slow round here.
Yeah, fairly slow, but they are set up. Whoa, 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 Freeze. Well, okay then.
Get the crutches and get out.
Yeah, right? He can only hobble out so quickly.
Fallen. Again, looking at that long angle, he's got to be careful. He's already been punished a couple of times from HE grenades. This isn't one of them just yet. They need an opening.
Where is it going to come from, though? Well, glass getting broken, as you guys can hear. Nobody close enough for SK to hear that, though. So SK playing it pretty carefully right now. They were prepared for any kind of rush onto the A side initially. And now they kind of just fall back to more of a default sort of style of holding here with two guys initially over on the B site. One is holding close to connector, though, so the rotation can come out very quickly here to support Asilian. But SK, they seem to be sold on the idea that Luminosity are going to be knocking on the A side door pretty soon here. And it's the correct call to make. I mean, look at Fallen, man. He's just out here. And he gets a leg shot.
Oh, but that should have been a kill. That might make a difference. Another shot comes through. Oh, and he gets that flick. Pimp trying to actually jump over his scope. Muddy going to get the one frag in there, but Fur is there to punish Magic. And that means now with 25 seconds, it's going to be a 4 vs 3. Freeze and Muddy are both very low on health. Freeze has been saving them a lot with his ult, but this time he's just not got the health for it. Asilian comes back from Pop Dog, not going to get the kill. Freeze with the one. Muddy missing the chance for a kill then, and Freeze has gone down. And it looks like Luminosity, maybe the timeout was well worth it, because they're about to pick up a 4th round here.
Yeah, unless Muddy can come up with something big in the back line. There's one. Oh, he messes it up. Maybe trying to go for some ladder shenanigans there, trying to bounce off that ladder, make it a harder shot to hit, but he doesn't pull it off. And so it will be a 4th round here for Luminosity.
I think he might have been overthinking that.
Yeah, if he'd have just committed to the 2nd kill there, he might have been able to pull it off. One thing that's crazy is that Fallen like hits 3 shots basically and tags 3 people.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, eventually he gets the kill, as you guys saw.
7-4, single flashbang on Asilian. I'm a big fan of it. And the SK, though, they don't have the money for much else either. We'll see if it's going to work out. Magic taking a fight, not going to win it against Fur. Pop Flash actually hits Muddy more than anybody else, so not exactly the return on investment they were looking for.
Ruh-roh. That would be annoying. That's pretty frustrating. It's like Flash, and then, yeah, okay. Yeah. Well, this should be a pretty straightforward round here, so long as Luminosity don't stay too spread out. I mean, they're spread out initially to catch any kind of push, but when they decide to go for a site, you do kind of want to see them all gather up together and go. Well, there's the flash, completely ineffective. Luckily, FNX is able to get the spray onto Madi, and Madi completely fluffs it as well. And they will be able to work their way out onto this A site pretty easily here, Luminosity. Free plant for them. SK Gaming on this round of Eco. So far, haven't really been able to get much out of it. They will get one kill there, as I say. So Cillian takes out Taco, but that's all they'll find in the end. And while they won't be able to have time to run back there and save the AK, unfortunately. So Cold will have to stay on the Galil.
I mean, this is sort of carrying on a proud tradition of taking those tactical timeouts and then coming back and winning. It's something that Fnatic and Envy have proved as well. It's definitely possible to do it. Something that we've been criticizing a bunch of teams for not doing, like the Astralis team. We've been sort of in the past saying, well, why aren't they taking these timeouts, right? Because I still think they're very bad at that. But
they are. It's frustrating to see it. Like some tier 1 teams, they just don't get it. FNX, though, man, the crazy quick push out through A main, and he gets right up under Freeze, who was not expecting such an aggressive play. And while FNX pre-fire, oh, and he still gets the headshot. Oh, no, Madi, he's going to be so frustrated.
Yeah, that's a cause for a full tilt there. Now it's going to be Pimp and a Cillian left, and Pimp goes down. Nice shot from Fallen. FNX, obviously the hero of this round. Flashed all the way in the corner, still picks up the kill, and that's going to mean 7-6 now. Luminosity have brought it back in the first half, and even if they lose the next 2 rounds, it'll still be fine for them, I think.
Yeah, they've managed to reach that like minimum number of rounds that they want out of this T side. CT side should be pretty solid for him. This is frustrating. Oh man, yeah, you're right. Madi just like tilting off the face of the planet there. Hey, you lose that guy's, you know the guy's full flashed, and it's just like, nope, you get headshot anyway. And well, Magic gets caught again by Fur. FNX pushes forward aggressive, takes out Freeze, or rather Pimp. And well, yeah, SK Gaming pretty. And then Mai's just like,
Can't even.
It's been 10 years since I've seen anybody. Somehow I always wind up in front of A main.
Oh. This is a weird standoff. Did Fallen hear him fall off the container? That's the thing.
Must have.
Because in that case, he must know that he's either around the corner or in an Ivy. So, long wait for very little action, in fact. Good job, guys, in the audience.
Whoa, that shirt threw me off for a second.
I did not notice.
Like the Han Solo shirt that had like the Vans logo.
All right.
I was like, what? I love Vans.
Oh, Fur again at it. He's so fast out here, but this time he's going to run into Pimp and not going to get the kill. So the Fur God has fallen now. It's Cillian over here, flashed, walking into the smoke. Oh, Cold turning around. Taco goes down to Freeze, though. And let's see if Freeze could do a bit more. It's still a 4 versus 3 here. The bomb, it should be going down, and there's 3 Molotovs left, and no, well, 1 smoke on Pimp. So if these Molotovs gets used for the after, actually they used 2 of them already, and Magic gonna go down. Wow.
Well, somehow Freeze finds the kill, and Pimp takes out Fallen. And what a retake for SK Gaming. Luminosity just never managed to get anything going for themselves there. Are they using the lower smoke? Because it just keeps, it seems to me like Freeze keeps finding these kills somehow.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening. I mean, they also had so many Molotovs that I thought maybe they were just trying to wait upstairs and, you know, burn out the bomb site forever and ever, but it ends up being 8-7 in favor of SK, which I think, considering how we started, until that timeout, in fact, from Luminosity, this could have been much worse. This could have been like a, you know, like a 10-5 half in their finish, maybe more than that.
Yeah. No, absolutely, because it was what, like they had 4 rounds on the board there when they went into the timeout. Luminosity, they definitely turned it around. Still kind of curious though as to, like, it doesn't seem like it's a very polished strat that they have going into that B site, that they need to work out a few kinks, because SK are getting too many kills out of that.
Oh, Taco playing close in the B bomb site with the C-set 75. He puts up a smoke, which is something Cillian didn't do when he was playing this position on the first half. Grenade rains in. It might just be a good one. Not that much damage. Taco ends up going down. Suffers the same fate that Cillian did. Freeze going to be dropping Fur. And now it's a 5 versus 3. And look again, they push up. They're trying to meet LG as they come through the main connector. And Magic is finally going to be going down, but Pimp is there with the flank as well. This should be a sure round for SK.
There shouldn't be any way here. Yeah, Madi snuffs FNX. It's going to be Cold now. And Cold standing his ground. Neither one of them able to get the kill, just doing damage to themselves, getting into a bit of a tickle battle. Well, Smoke is there. It's almost like just hold on to the smoke, but no, Pimp just doesn't allow him to live. Okay, so pretty straightforward situation there in the end, but you're right. I mean, SK, they push forward aggressive. Once things start to go their way, they take out Taco. He hardly does anything at all there in that situation. And then they just press forward aggressive and catch Luminosity as they try and rotate in. Standard stuff from SK Gaming. That's how it's supposed to be done. They just keep that pressure up on him and never really let Luminosity get any momentum going for themselves in that round. And again, Luminosity go for the straight up force buy. So they aren't willing to give up on this. They're just going to try and keep that pressure up here on SK Gaming. And SK Gaming, man, what is this? Quad SMG, single AK. Really going for the...
very...
for the greed.
Yeah, exactly. Very greedy buy coming out here from the Danes. They're only 2 rounds up. They've got to be careful. And good start here as Magic ends up taking out Fallen. He did drop low, but still a good trade. Cold, he sees... I think he sees both of them down there, but so much time left that doesn't help them too much.
Yeah, he definitely saw both.
Yeah.
And now he's going to have an angle on A main if he wants. Rotation has come out as well. FNX is there to support him at alley. So in case both of them were to come through, Luminosity would be ready. But SK Gaming right now, they're slow playing this. They're really taking advantage of the clock, working their way over towards that B site. They have the bomb as well. So they're just going to go ahead and pay a little visit here to Taco. I think Taco spotted that first man as well, so he decides to back off. And yeah, the rotation is coming through here towards the B site now. And you're going to have an aggressive push up from FNX as well, getting close to A main, just getting some info here. He'll be the man to hold back on the A site in case SK Gaming were to come through here, but instead it is going to be that B site push after all.
Hiding in the corner, Taco, C-set in hand. Did he get a big opening? Fur is there. Taco chimes in. The bomb is down as well. 25 seconds. Second kill coming from Taco. And now it's a 2 versus 3. Magic and Freeze left. But can they actually get in and get that bomb down? That's a big question. It's still dropped in that corner. Fur holding close. He picks up the second kill. And oh, Muddy, he's going to... Oh, sorry, Freeze going to end up going down. A good shot coming out there. And Luminosity... I mean, the force up, this time it did work.
What in the Sam hell is going on here, Anders? I don't even know. Let's see. I mean, Taco, he gets a free kill onto Pimp. I suppose because, well, if was it Fur? Yeah, it was Fur. Fur holding on the train was drawing the attention of SK, basically. So, but it's always Taco holding on B side, so they have to know that, okay, Fur is there, sure, but Taco, where's Taco? The fact that Pimp gets caught off for free there and that Taco is able to get 2 kills out of that situation. So frustrating here for SK Gaming. I mean, that's definitely what cost them the round in that situation, I think. But a nice setup from Luminosity, really, and a good call on their part.
Cillian setting up for a smoke that's going to go all the way down to Ivy and block off roughly where Taco's holding right now. And the rest are going to, it looks like smoke off for the wall on the A-bomb site, but the bomb is over here, so I'm actually wondering if they're going to fake it out. I can see them sort of running to B instead. Behind this.
Mm-hmm. Well, where's the setup here? I mean, this could be just straight up A play in the end. Yeah, bomb donated. Madi, free kill. FNX does get overwhelmed in the end, so now actually that's a little tricky. SK can get across into Pop Dog and pick up that bomb. Unless the man, Taco, can get in here fast enough, he's going to go down, slow play it from the ladder. Looking for that backstab, spots the first man, but he got spotted in turn, so it's not easy for him. He's trying to get out here to deny the plant, but it's not going to be happening, and he decides to overextend himself, getting a greedy there. His teammates will make up for it in the end, but yeah, definitely some over-aggression coming out from Taco.
The round for LG. They are bringing it back right now on the Brazilian side.
This whole crowd, Anders, they're just waiting for Mouse.
I mean, can you blame them at this point? Mouse showed some real strength today.
Mm-hmm. No, they did. I don't think any of us were really expecting them to come through. I mean, just big individual performance from like Dennis, from Nico, Chris J.
Yeah, Chris with the Orb had some sick rounds.
Yeah, he did.
Nico, I always expect to be doing well. Kid is a superstar.
He's a monster, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know how you have your Guardian tattoo, right? Well, YNK, across his chest, I saw it the other day. Unbuttoned his shirt.
I'm ready with that as well, absolutely.
Nico for life.
Yeah, I'm so ready for that Nico tattoo as well. He's doing the in-game thing, so I have no idea how he could possibly be so good, but he is. 9-9 and moving into the 19th round. Taco's already been tagged up a little bit here, but Cold with a very annoying flank. Now, not only is Pimp dead, but the rest of SK now know that Cold knows that there's nobody else anywhere on the map. Oh, the cloud launched right past him. That would have been the god grenade, but it's not going to happen. Taco, Fallen, Fur, and then Fallen to finish it, and I still wish it would have been by grenade, Semler. I saw that.
Dude, how does it go through 3 people without getting body blocked?
I'm going to have dreams about that tonight.
Can you imagine if it got body blocked there? Would have been like, I don't know, 80 damage to each of them. Look at this.
Oh.
Oh. So frustrating. Okay.
Yeah, that is really, really frustrating. Fallen pushing aggressively, flashed in Ivy. Counter flash is coming out. Fallen going to go for the shot, and he takes down Magic. And can they even punish it right now? Fur going to be getting the kill on Freeze, and they make it out of Ivy. Asilian going to go down. Luminosity. This is the first time SK could really put up any kind of an offense on the second half, and it seems like they're not really capable.
They just got the door slammed in their face. Double for Fur, who held the aggressive push. So SK Gaming, we're trying to go for a similar style that Luminosity showed, which is just like rush out A main and see if you can't mess somebody up. Fur wasn't having any of that. It was like, nope, denied, and now Fur. All right, gets confirmation. I was thinking maybe potential knife, but he decides to have mercy on him, Anders.
I mean, I'd say go for it at that point, you know?
I agree. I mean, get greedy. You're in a 2v5.
Yeah, maybe he could have bought a Zeus and Zeused him. You're not ready for that still?
No. Just never again, actually. If the Zeus never shows up again in a round, I'd be perfectly happy with that.
I'm not sure what Pimp could do here. I mean, you could tell they're out hunting for him at this point. He's going to end up going down to Fur. That's a quad kill for Fur, who's been doing very good. Whenever I read Fur God, I always, in my mind, imagine fur like animals do. And I imagine like a furry god, which I don't even know what it would look like, but it's just like a scary image, actually.
Well, isn't like the furry god like a fox or something, you know?
I don't know, is it? I'm not that much into it. It seems like you know more about this than I do, maybe.
I mean, I just always imagine like Wayne's World, you know, where it's just like foxy.
All right. Could go with that. Well, 11-9 currently. Taco playing close to the ramp. Spots out 1 or 2, but this is a round, I think, where SK are mostly looking to just get a bomb plant, and maybe if they get a really good entry into a bomb site, they could win it, but with only 2 armors and not that many grenades, it's going to be rough here, but looks like they've got a cool execute coming up.
Actually, yeah, look at this. This is a little bit more structured than we're used to seeing. Madi setting up for a smoke of his own. Let's see how this pans out. They should have a flash as well, just to force Taco off of this position on train. But double smoke. 1 close, 1 down to connector. Should be with the flash as well. And yeah, defense is blind. Madi taking a little bit of damage, but then he falls right into the waiting arms of the guys with the rifles. Smoke is on the side as well.
And what's happened to the other side of this push here? I mean, they're bringing the bomb back down Pop Door right now, but Madi just was sacrificed, and there wasn't even anyone pretending to help him. Bomb drops, and Freeze is going to go down as well.
That's not the kind of confidence-building round you're looking for either.
No.
Like,
seems like it was like, Muddy, you go first, and we'll be right down sidewalk. And then they were like, he
sucker.
He believed us. In fact, we're all going to die in the A-bomb site instead.
Well, that's the thing. Like, was there a counter flash? Was there a nade? Something that must have ticked them, that must have you know, got them to think maybe we can go over to A instead?
Yeah, I imagine it's something like that. 12-9, and the 22nd round. It's a 3-round lead here for Luminosity, and SK are struggling a little bit more here in the second half to come up with a way to break the Brazilian side, and I'm not sure what the answer is either. I don't know what kind of money they have on Luminosity right here. Maybe we could find out. It's 10,000 for. That's scary.
No, these guys are sitting pretty right now. They've had a couple rounds where they've survived with 5 players. You know, it's going to be fantastic for their economy. So SK are thinking about that as well. Like, oh man, you know, no easy rounds here. If we win one, you know, they're just going to full buy again. So, you know, we don't even have a solution. We don't even have something that's worked halfway decent. So we're just going to have to. They're just going to have to just go full scrap here and just hope that they can kind of create some kind of chaotic situation that allows them to come out ahead.
Muddy, you know what kind of flashbang is, Sumler?
I believe that's POP. Boop.
So good, yeah. Doesn't even touch the wall. Someone put it in a YouTube video. I forgot who. Fallen up on the bomb site though, and Asilian actually getting that entry frag on FNX. Fallen with the underhand throw coming through, and actually Asilian, he didn't take as much damage. I thought he was going to run right into the grenade, but I think it passed him, and that means the bomb is going to go down, and it's up on the train as well. That's going to be hard to defuse up there. 3 versus 4 though. Luminosity still with the man lead, and Fallen goes down. Asilian doing a lot this round. Freeze helping him out, spraying down Taco, coming through Pop Dog. Cold and Fur, how do they get back in here? Fur going to get the first shot through. Cold with the second one. Freeze, the last man left. He's got that AWP, needs to get a quick kill here. Shots down Fur. That fire almost catching him, and Freeze. Oh, he jumps back in the fire. No, he can't come down. That's horrible. Fur picks up the last one. That Molotov shutting him down, and that was so close. I think they will have it with the defuse. Yes, they will. Oh, the last pixel of that fire catching him. I was halfway sure that he was going to be out of the fire.
Yeah, I was as well.
Oh.
I guess I will have to replay here, yeah. Gets that first one for
13. Oh. Absolutely painful. Well, 13-9. Well, the SK, they're hanging in here. It seems like, at least around like that, they do a lot of economic damage to Luminosity. So if they can keep that up, that's definitely what they're looking for. Modi, he will go down early, though, trying to take a fight with FNX and Fallen. He is looking for a shot here, but FNX is doing all the hard work.
FNX is keeping them in this fight. Double kill for him on a key round here for SK Gaming. Molotov on the left side. They know that somebody's close. It looks like, yeah, they're just going to turn this into the burning lake of fire. But Magic, he's got space to work with. FNX gets a triple, though. He catches Freeze trying to push out through A main. And Luminosity, they're shaping up for another dominant round here. Came close in the last one, but yeah, there we go. And this has got to be just like grin. You know, you got to be grinning a little bit if you're Luminosity at this point.
Yes.
Like, the round isn't even over, and they already are calling for. They're already like tapping out. Like, please give us a break.
A good shot from Magic, though. I think what's really frustrating about a round like this, when you get shut down this hard from someone like FNX, is you don't. If you at least got to execute a strategy and you could sort of cross that off the list and say it didn't work, you know, let's try something else. But whatever they had planned this round, we never even got to see it, which means SK don't even know if it's going to work or not, because they just got, you know, they just got triple frag from FNX. Well, Pimp is bringing it back. Oh, FNX now with the quad. He's already had 2 aces in this best of 3. Can we go for another one? Magic trying to make his way out. FNX, he's biding his time right now. There's a good shot coming in from Magic, and he's back around the train with 15 seconds. It's a 1v2. Somehow SK brought it really far back, but the bomb is so far away, he can't win the round, actually. Gonna try and see if he can make his way out. FNX, I feel like he deserves this ace, but actually it's gonna be Fur to bring it up, and, well, here it is. FNX, I think, deserving a bit of a pat on the back there.
Actually, he did it the right way. He denied FNX the ace. See, that's how it works. You don't let him get the ace. You do everything you can at that point to run into his teammate, or run away, run down the clock, make sure that the other guy doesn't get the ace. That's how you really play. If you really want to annoy somebody,
just trigger them a little bit.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, full trigger. That's you know, that's Thorin's way of doing it. It's like, I will do everything in my power to make sure that that guy doesn't get the ace if I'm the last one alive. Like, blow yourself up with an HE. If you have a Molotov, roast yourself.
We've got the timeout. We've got 14 rounds for the Luminosity team on your screens here, and this is now turning into a really, really tough game for SK. And what's so frustrating is it feels like they've been so close so many rounds. Like, they've really had a lot of chances to pull rounds home. Mm-hmm. And obviously they know that by now, so the tilt.
Oh, the tilt is on, dude.
Oh, see, this is how you know we're in Germany as well, because people are actually having beers in the audience. I love it.
Super sick.
Absolutely good. This guy is ready as well. He's so ready.
He looks like, what was it, like wacky waving inflatable arm man or something like that, you know? Just like arms.
I have seen that, actually, yes. 14-9 in the 24th round. And it is do or die time now for SK. This either works or they probably won't stand a chance of coming back in the game. They've taken the timeout. They're setting up for the wall of smokes. Last time, FNX politely told them to get the hell out of the A-bomb site. And this time, they're going to try see if they can make it work. And, I mean, the CT positions are favoring this strat right now.
Yeah, full wall. Not wasting any time, and this time it's Pimp running out straight into an HE there to greet him. FNX spots it, doesn't get the angle right, tries to deny the plant, and that's not gonna work. So nicely done here by SK Gaming. The plan works, the strategy works, and now actually they get to hold on and see if they can't just survive the retake here coming in from Luminosity. Luminosity don't look too excited either. They're really taking their time trying to play the clock here.
Wow, this is going to be tough. Luminosity are playing this one very slowly. In fact, I think maybe even too slowly. Cillian with a good kill. He's out in the open, though. Can't get back behind Electric, it seems. And a lot of trading going back and forth, but it's still a 2v3. Fallen looking for the shot. He shots down Magic. Got the pistol out. Oh, he's looking for the kill. Cold helping him out. And now it's a 1 versus 1. Cold coming through here. Pops out a flash, but he can't make it. There's no time. He has to run. I think Pimp's going to go up with the bomb, but Cold is going to leave with 5 or 6 health. And that's it. And they'll win the round on the SK side. Only just barely.
Yeah, just barely. Look at that. 5 players alive. It's a 4v5 retake for Luminosity, and nobody survives for SK Gaming.
For a brief second, I thought it was Fallen to get that kill on Muddy, but it doesn't turn out that way. 14-10. SK still in this game and still fighting.
Jeez, they just barely have enough for AKs, but they're still limited on the nades, and we haven't seen this yet. Fallen with the aggro push into Brown Halls, and somebody's gonna be there. There you go, peekaboo, and then he gets body blocked. Taco, get out of his way, bro! Let him out!
That looked like it was about to be horrible, didn't it?
It too, Taco.
Keep fighting.
That would have been harsh.
It's SK with a similar setup. I mean, it worked the first time, so maybe it'll work the second time, but the problem is they're a man down, and look at Fur. He's so ready. If this wall comes through, he'll have probably a couple of angles to get himself ready for it. Oh, that shot's getting closer to a Cillian, who's just standing dead still. Here comes the smoke out from the CT spawn as well. Also T-spawn. Cold gonna catch a leg shot there on Magic, and he's got the pistol out. He knows one click is all it's gonna take, and there it is. Magic going down. This is not looking good. SK trying to repeat the last round, and LG, they only need to see it once to be able to counter it.
And it's all on a Cillian and Freeze now. They have no more utility. Fallen's there to snuff a Cillian, and it's going to be down to Freeze. Last day alive, and it's the end of the Vikings. What a hard reset. No money, Anders. No bomb plant. Nothing.
Yeah, this is not good. But what a great round. I mean, really heads-up play coming out. And credit again to Fallen as the leader, right? He just sees almost all of that happening.
Yeah, they're looking despondent. What can you do when you got to go for P250 Kevlar and a couple of nades to keep yourself in this tournament? It's not looking too healthy here. FNX with the full spray, not going to catch anybody. Just Pimp getting tickled a little bit, and it's going to be Taco here. There's a shoulder peek, spots out the man. Incendiary goes down. Good bait there as far as the nades are concerned, but
it helps a little bit at least.
Yeah, but SK,
they managed to sneak one guy out into the courtyard as well as Pimp out on the A site here, so maybe he could sort of find his way through if he doesn't get spotted. Fur hiding in the corner, and the rest are pushing on the sidewalk, and they're going to get 2 great entries. Fur still here. He drops Muddy, more coming close. Fur looking for another couple of kills, and they line up. Oh no, SK, they had the perfect start, and it all turns around as they offer themselves up to the Fur God. And now it's on Pimp 1 versus 3 here. It was all 3 maps, but Luminosity seems like they have prevailed here. Pimp, he's got almost no equipment to try and fight back, and they know where that bomb is as well. He's making a bit of noise, so now they've even heard him, and he's walking into a bit of a triangle here, and I think this might just be the end.
They're expecting the backstab at this point. Peeks up, looking for the shot, and he's not going to get it. Fallen instead will be the one to remove him. 16-10 for SK on Mirage, 16-10 for Luminosity on Train.
A match that seemed like it was much tougher than LG or anybody else was expecting. So I probably not right now. You can see SK not looking too excited, but I've got to say this has definitely sort of piqued my interest. I think this is much more than I was expecting out of the SK team. So I'm kind of impressed.
I agree. The gap is closing, Anders. It just keeps on getting harder and harder to stay alive in these tournaments. Even the underdogs now are always a threat.
Yeah.
As we saw from Mouse earlier, removing Virtus Pro in their first game, and then, yeah, just now, SK putting up one hell of a fight versus Luminosity. What's up, everybody? I've got a little bit of a cold. That's why I'm wearing the scarf. Some of you guys were commenting.
Going for the Thorin impression.
Exactly, man. He's not here, so somebody's got to fill the role, you know. There you go.
Those are shoes I'd, rather not try and fill, to be honest, though. So they could only be, like Highlander, there could be only one similar.
You know, he loves that quote as well.
Well, we are going to go onto the desk and get a bit of an analysis going on here. I feel like there's a lot to talk through these 3 maps, so it might take a while, but it's going to be good. So, Sadikis, take it away.
Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, our first best of 3 goes the distance, and I'm not really sure how to start this segment because I thought we might be standing here talking about the demise of Luminosity, the way SK was playing, both over Mirage and, of course, then on Train.
Yeah, it looked really rough for them for quite some time, actually. At Mirage, for instance, Freeze was really hitting his shots. He was getting a lot of stuff done for SK, especially on the CT side, basically making sure that there was no holes in the defense of SK the entire time. And starting Train, he was picking up that same tempo, just keep going at it. But luckily for LG, they managed to turn things around eventually, partly due to FNX, who got them off to a pretty decent start. And also, we saw some pretty significant clutches. Taco had some really huge kills in one of their 4 spies, and Fur and Colt doing their usual business.
We've got an interview standing by right now with Zeus, who's the coach of LG, and I know he's been fairly vocal in this. I'm sure he's got a lot to say because we've got a lot to talk about in the mistakes they made, but we'll hear it from him and Paula first.
Zeus, congratulations. That actually went the whole distance. Was that expected?
Being honest, no, but today has been a hard day for us. We haven't been playing the best CS we possibly can, so the boys from SK had an amazing game on Mirage, so I guess it was a good game for it.
Were you surprised with the way they played? What was it that you think helped them secure one of those maps?
It was the way they played for sure. I mean, we weren't in our best form, but they played really well. Mirage, they were able to trick us in their play, especially on their T side. We weren't able to hold their pushes with no smoke, so congratulations to SK on that map win.
Talking about Mirage, you guys are known as a team that's pretty strong on that map. It was very surprising, I think, for a lot of the people watching that they managed to win. Did you guys make a lot of mistakes?
Oh yeah, today wasn't our best. Like I said, it wasn't our best day, man. We simply couldn't get a good read on the situation, which on Mirage we're known to have the best read normally. We know where everybody's going, and we weren't able to get our aggressive pushes going the way that we had the information for us. So I guess it's a surprise for everyone and for us, but I knew SK liked playing Mirage a lot. I told my team that it would not be an easy match, no way.
Nonetheless, though, you did go on to win, and that's the thing that counts. What was it you think that helped you guys to victory? Who were the players that stood out for you on your team?
For us, it's always team play. Everyone had their shining moments. FNX was amazing on the last rounds of Overpass. Fallen always with those crucial kills. Taco, Cold, Zero, you can never count anyone out. I'm glad that today I was also able to help out a lot, especially on Train with some good calls that I knew that they were holding back on site. We were able to walk slowly onto the middle, so without no one noticing us. So I'm glad with everyone. That's what made us, and I just want to go get that rematch against FaZe now.
Yeah, exactly. Now, tomorrow, you've got the chance to play FaZe, the people that beat you earlier, in a best of 1 on Inferno, but now you play them in a best of 3. What are your thoughts going into that?
We beat them at Star Ladder last week in a best of 3. They beat us now, so I guess it will be a fun game to see who's the best in this one. Fox, we're coming for you again, my friend, man.
Yeah, exactly. You did 2-0 them last week in those SL finals that happened. And now the final thing, just before we go back to the desk, do you think you can repeat that, the 2-0? Do you think that their form is different, so it might be a bit harder?
I think that they're really hyped for this new organization that they have. Congrats on them for that. I know it won't be just I think it'll be a lot harder than Star Ladder. They've shown better form against us this time. But I believe we can come out with the win. 2-1 or 2-0, it doesn't matter. All we want to do is win, man.
Well, I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely amazing series, and congratulations on that against SK. You can head off now, and everybody, we're going to head back to the desk with Matt and the guys.
Thanks so much, Paula. Guys, yeah, lots to talk about. Again, LG, they survive, which is probably their hardest test of all the run that they've had of these last 4 tournaments. Good news is they get the night off, they can breathe, they can relax before they do play off against FaZe tomorrow in essentially the quarterfinal, the decider for the group. SK, though, let's talk about them, because that was actually an impressive game. I was actually quite surprised that they were playing with that fashion.
Yeah, same. I was expecting Overpass to be their best map and for them to look, a win on that map in particular. But it turned out to be the map where they lost the most. As we can see here, they lost 16 to 7, and they had a really rough start on their CT side. They lost the pistol round, the first gun round, and so on. They managed to come back into that half, which shows that, you can see on their CT side they had these different pushes. They had a game plan coming into Overpass, which is why it's considered their best map as well. But it shows just, if you have a bad start, there's only so much you can do, and Luminosity definitely took advantage of winning, both pistols as well and getting a good start on both halves.
Yeah, I think that, and when we saw SK finally coming over to that T side on Overpass, it's like you said, they got off to a rough start. They had a failed force buy, which is going to see in a a little bit. And
I think we've got it right now, actually, on the Overpass one, the 17th round with Tech 9s.
Yeah, exactly. So this is where, after losing the pistol, SK decide to force buy. And normally, when you buy up with Tech 9 and on armors, you kind of want to stick together, push as a group. And what you can see here is that SK is more or less splitting up all by themselves. And this is something that LG is just going to pounce upon and just utterly destroy them. And the reason why SK want to get up into positions like this and why they're spreading out is because of the 3 smokes they had in this situation. So they want to get close enough to set up their smokes and eventually go for that A bomb site. But just walking in one by one, they eventually drop the bomb here in the restroom area as well. Like, it's not going to work out well for you. And the second clip we have, which is from Mirage, then we're going to see a completely different take on it. So we're going to see basically SK do the exact same buy, and Luminosity are also going to do the same buy. And the trend throughout the game for LG on their anti-ecos were that they bought with 3 SMGs, a FAMAS, and a Scout. This time around, instead of walking up and trying to get to a spot where they can execute, they just run at them instantly. And you can see the difference in the result right here. So they get onto the site, they trade decently, and they get a bomb plant already there. You have a much better result than what you got on Overpass, and they're able to fight LG off as they're retaking because they don't have the proper weaponry really to do all that much. So you can see, like, they're trying to retake with shotguns and whatnot, and they only had one proper rifle. So that's like one of the big differences that SK made, and one of the adaptations. They kind of picked up the pace on Mirage, and LG's coach also alluded to it. They played a really good Mirage game. And that's down to the adaptations they made.
I think the problem with that particular Overpass second round buy they wanted to execute is that, they were basically praying that Luminosity is going to play defensively towards the A site, expecting an eco from SK, and you can see that they didn't use any of the resources they bought, not a single flash to clear the toilets or anything. They were just hoping, that no one's going to be there, and the Luminosity players were there, and it was an easy round for them.
And the worst part when you do that is if you're not at least going to use your flashes and whatnot to actually gain the area or the map control that you want to have to set up for an execute, at least do it by committee. Like, you have to go as a group. You need to make sure they can at least get a trade, because that's something you can push upon. And anyway, so maybe you save a smoke or two for an actual afterplant position, which is going to make your life a lot easier. So they changed that up. They sorted it out for Mirage, won the map in a very surprising fashion. I was expecting that to be a pretty easy game for Luminosity, but they showed us differently.
I think that the problem there was that maybe Luminosity got a bit complacent, beating SK on their best map with such a big, round difference. So they didn't take them as seriously on Mirage, thinking that they were the big favorites, coming over to that map. But SK showed that they know how to play Mirage as well. They had different executes, like the B execute we saw on the replay was pretty solid, and they were not caught off guard by the Luminosity pushes up mid, which they usually do, and it's their go-to strategy when the economy is tight. For the crucial rounds, and every time they tried something like that, SK would push them back, and it's ultimately, in my opinion, the reason why they were able to beat them on Mirage.
That's actually also a really good point. The fact that, on the second map on Mirage, SK were actually able to mess the economic situation up for LG in a lot of instances of the game. On Overpass, LG kind of got to that point where they had secured a stable economy, especially in the first half on Overpass. They were already set, so it didn't matter that much if they lost a couple of rounds. They could still bounce back into it. On Mirage, it was just constantly back and forth, both teams trading, eco round for eco round, and that's going to favor the T side. So that's how SK are able to actually build up quite a few rounds on it, and their CT side was just really, really solid.
Yeah, Freeze had a great game.
Yeah, he was really good with that out.
Another time where he just sits and holds angles. He wasn't doing anything flashy. He's just efficient. He plays it, holds it, hits his shot, and we've seen it a few times, Cash in particular at the A side. If he's reliable like that, they're hard to stop. And I thought it was interesting as well, Zeus mentioned how they were unpredictable on their T side of Mirage. Let's shift gears a little bit, head over to Train. We've got the first clip. This is the Fallen Peak. Yanko, you highlighted this one.
Yeah, this was a round. This was a gun round, of course, for Luminosity. You can see here he's holding an angle, trying to see if someone is going to overpick. So he's gonna stand here for a couple of seconds. But now you see his teammates from alley. Now they're gonna start throwing some nades, a flash, and here exactly what they want to do is draw attention. You see the player that was on the ladder. Now he turns towards alley, which allows Fallen to gain more ground, push a bit more further. He gets a leg shot on the guy who is jumping inside. We're gonna see that now. So he will get a leg shot here. Then he pushes more. He gets a tag here, and ultimately he's going to get a kill. And that's going to allow his teammates to push from alley as well. They're going to collapse on the guy who is holding side. So the point of this replay is to see how, with simple calls, and this is still early in the round, but this would be something like a mid-round call. Fallen probably called from their default, told the guys in alley, guys, just throw some stuff, draw their attention so I can, push a bit more further. I think I can get them, in the back or whatever. That's exactly what happened. He managed to get the kill, then they collapsed together on the side. Won a round. This was, because they lost 3 rounds before that, but they kept pressuring SK's economy. So SK was forced to eco after this round, which gave momentum to LG. They won, I think, 4 rounds in a row. It was 7-7. SK won the last round, but still it was, it was looking grim for Luminosity up until this point.
And Fallen is very good at utilizing his teammates to play off of each other. Again, that's why Thorns kind of dubbed him the best in-game leader in the world right now, and that's a perfect example
and it's really important,
teamwork.
Yeah, it's really important to note, when they had ZQKS all the way in that period, he was the main operator of the team, and there was a period where he was calling. And you can see how, if you compare Luminosity then and now, back then they were really much more slow-paced in a way that they were just, he was just calling for people to hold and wait for him to do something. And that can work from time to time in certain situations, but you can't just do that all the time. Because when you die as a, in that position, your players don't have any map control. No, they have gained no ground. They're only really limited in what they can do after that. So that was one of Luminosity's main problems back then.
I think that as well, there was a few slight issues, obviously, with Luminosity's timing in some cases. We talked about it on their first map, Inferno, against FaZe, where they were just overcommitting to peaks, not trading. Cold wasn't necessarily as hot, I guess, as he normally is. There's some misshots. So again, they've got the break. They'll have a rematch against FaZe in a best-of-3 tomorrow. We'll take a look at the updated group bracket now because we've got that. But just final thoughts on SK as they obviously bow out of the tournament here.
They don't need to hang their heads in shame, that's for sure. I think they put up a way better performance than pretty much every one of us expected them to do. So, no, definitely a respectable tournament run for them, even though it ends early. But there's no shame in going out versus Luminosity that has shown the form they have up to this tournament.
I mean, definitely. It's still been barely a month that they've changed their roster as well. And
yeah,
as I mentioned, their roles are looking good in the team. They seem to have figured out who's supposed to do what in the team. Now they just need time to practice and to grind those maps and, to widen their map pool, get better on the maps that they're comfortable on. And as we just saw, they are able to compete with the best, even though, Magic Boy had a bit of a, maybe not as good of a performance as we would have expected, which is also normal in a way, seeing and he's still, a young player, inexperienced. So I think that, in time, if this team is able to stick together, I think that they're gonna obviously get better and better.
They can only grow from here.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that said, they have been eliminated, unfortunately. But again, like you say, Vendetta, don't hang their heads in shame. We've now got that group at least set for tomorrow. But we aren't done just yet for this evening. We've got one more elimination match, and it's Virtus Pro who need to finally show up in this tournament. Otherwise, the Danes will have another chance at success in the form of Dignitas. Don't go anywhere, guys. Our second and final best of 3 of the evening is coming up next.